Greetings YouTube, Skull Incarnate bringing you all the latest indie gaming goodness. Welcome back to a new episode in my Indie Showcase series. A series where we look at games from smaller developers that are low in price but high in value. We have a bit of an action theme today, with 3 games. A fighting game, a flight simulator and an isometric shooter. All of these games are fantastic titles that won't break your wallet. Let's have a look at the first game, Berserk Mode by Adam Travers. Berserk Mode has you playing in the role of a barbarian who is trying to make his way through a series of dungeons. Your goal is to make it as far as you can before you meet your inevitable doom. Now this game is going to be right at home for people who enjoy time attack games or arena shooters like Serious Sam. I really like this game because it's simple but it does its job really well, with enemies that are pretty challenging and also a very punishing difficulty. It's very easy to die in this game, and if you don't use the special abilities and transformations like the bear form and the various other mystical beasts, you're not going to have a chance in hell of making it through. There's a bit of RNG involved as well. Sometimes you'll just have a really good run and other times you'll just get cornered and die in seconds. It's part of the charm of the game. I really do enjoy the pixel artwork, even though it's a little simplistic. It does suit the game. The difficulty is huge, the controls are actually pretty crisp, and the weapons are all very interesting. You have character builds where you can choose a full melee build, a ranged build, or using magical skills as well. There is a huge range of different weapons and with more that you can unlock. And it comes down to your personal choice what type of character you want to play. Eventually you'll be able to find a set of weapons that will suit you. I like to go with a little bit of a mixed build, with a ranged and a melee weapon, but there's no reason why you can't go full ranged or full melee. Some of the upgrades are really cool as well, giving you things like dragon wings allowing you to fly, a dragon's breath, a number of different mystical creatures including wolves, bears and chimeras and manticores. And the enemies get very dangerous very fast. The early game lulls you into a bit of a false sense of security. As you can see, we're hopefully going to make it to the end of the second level. You have a stamina bar, which is your universal ammunition source. And you want to make sure you never ever empty that out completely because it will guarantee your death. Oh, and I managed to make it over. You can get through secret areas like that, allowing you to pick up some additional currency of the game, which is horns. The horns will let you do things like buy new weapons and upgrades to help your run. If I can make it to the end of the level, I'll be able to spend those horns. Oh man, look at that. All I can do is run. That is way too many enemies for me to fight. But that being said, I just saw my health, so I'm going to kill some of them because that will actually let me transform and get some health back. So sometimes it actually is better to fight. As you can see, I'm kind of only breaking even at the moment. Might be time to cut my losses and leave. Now you can actually get some food, and we can upgrade our weapons. So I'm going to upgrade my crossbow, and I'm going to upgrade my sword. Now you can actually re-roll upgrades as well. You don't have to settle for the upgrades you got. I just happened to get a good set of upgrades this run. And this level is the one that I always end up getting killed on, so I'm going to try and see if we can make it past it. Because I always run out of stamina. Oh, I got some money, nice. Oh, damn, too many goblins. Well, that was Berserk Mode. I really enjoy this game. I haven't managed to make it to the end, but it's an incredibly challenging game. It's very simple, but it does that thing really, really well. Go and check it out. It's not too expensive at the moment. It's a fantastic indie time attack game, and I definitely recommend you give it a go. On to the next game. For the next game in the lineup, we have Cybercult City by Ouchgiver Games. Cybercult City takes place in a dystopian future, with you as the mayor of a city which has come under attack by a group of cultists that are using a cybernetic virus to control the citizens. Now, one of the things that really impressed me about this game was the amount of tools and abilities you have to get the job done. From your standard laser guns to a lightsaber, you also have the ability to hack vehicles, and also to use this really cool Back to the Future-like hoverboard. The game oozes cyberpunk charm. And probably the most impressive thing for me was that this was built in Game Maker Studio. Now, I've always thought of Game Maker Studio as a bit of a poor man's Unity, but this game demonstrates that it's not the tool that you use, it's the concept of the game. Now, this game is currently not yet out on Steam. It's in early access, the developer is still working on it, but it looks very, very promising. In fact, I think this could turn out to be one of the best games this year if they continue working on it. I'm looking forward to this. Go and wishlist it. Check it out if you like your cyberpunk games with a little bit of old school pixel art flair. I'm really looking forward to seeing what the developer does when the game is out of early access. And I've saved the best game to last. Fire and Steel has you playing the role of a dragon during World War II, who's been awoken by the sounds of combat as the Germans and Allies square off. Now, this dragon just wants some peace and quiet, so he's decided to end the Germans and the Allies because this guy doesn't take sides. This game gives you an incredible sense of power as you soar through the skies using your flame and claw to wipe out the armies of the Allies and the Germans. Now, this game gives you an incredible sense of power. Your attacks are very punchy, you can wipe out foes very quickly, but that advantage goes away as soon as you hit the second half of the game and the enemies start to use things like artillery, heavy tanks and destroyers. You also have to remain mobile because it's very, very easy for you to be chewed up by enemy fire. Your attacks are largely short range, so you will have to find ways to close the distance. As you can see, there are some dangerous artillery batteries that you need to take out very quickly. You have to worry about massed infantry, and you have to keep an eye out for health pickups, which come in the form of a tasty soldier or some livestock. One of the things I really like is being able to fly over one of the livestock pens and quickly chomp down on some cows. This game has a really nice sense of humour as well. It doesn't take itself too seriously, the controls are very crisp, and there's quite a lot of challenge in the game. If you don't stay mobile, you will be destroyed very quickly. This is one of those games where you just get to the end of the day and you just want to kill some stuff. You don't want to think too hard, you just want a game that's fun and quick. This is my pick of the indie games in this set, and I definitely recommend you go and check it out. It's one of my favourite games this year, and it's a little bit short. That's probably my only complaint, the game being probably about 4 or 5 hours in length. But that being said, it's not too expensive, and I think it's good value for money. I hope you enjoyed looking at this set of games. I hope to bring more for you soon. Go and check this game out, and check out all the games in the set because I think they're all worth having a look at. Hopefully you'll join me next time when we look at some more indie games. Until then, Skill Incarnate, out.